brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Mornings at the Cabin, indeed. Wheeler and Lecter with you on your Wednesday morning. Brought to you by Aurora Ford this morning, as is it always. Also a co-sponsor this morning, The Knack. And we got some special guests coming in at 8 o'clock. So we talk about the Four Seasons on Northern Reflection coming up on the 5th and the 6th. Live performance at The Knack. But we'll get into that a little bit later on. This morning, I got some sleep last night, so that was nice. That was nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, and we were talking about, I was asking you if you've ever used things like melatonin.
Yeah.
You say no, but then you say it works. So that leads me to believe you've used it.
I have used it.
Oh, okay. But you don't use it on a regular basis?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just when you need a little extra.
Yeah, usually if I'm... this hasn't happened in a while. Usually if I have a flight the next morning. And, need to get to sleep.
No, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm one of those, well, especially if I'm going to Edmonton or something like that. I'm one of those, I'll stay up for whatever reason, just packing at the last second.
Right.
And then, sleep on the plane. I can sleep on the plane.
Yeah.
Usually.
Me too. Yeah.
Although lately, it's been worse because I snore more now. I never used to snore as much as I do. It's an age thing. It's also just being a fatty. It's part of that as well. So, looking for ways to curb that a little bit.
I don't think melatonin helps with that.
Being fat, it might. Well, I mean, but here's the thing: when it comes to being a bit overweight, good sleep can help. Obviously, exercise will help you with your sleep cycle as well. And so just kind of getting into a more healthy routine or something like that. Not to reduce, but just to kind of feel better.
Whatever.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Wheeler and Lecter with you on your Wednesday morning. Mornings at the Cabin brought to you by Aurora Ford, driving the north. And you know what that music means? Ollie Williams is in the vicinity. He's not in the room yet, but he's around. And we can tell because the music's playing.
You could also
there
see
he is.
me.
Oh, hello.
Where did he come from?
Where did he come from? Oh, my goodness. He's a magic Englishman.
Ever since I moved further away from Studio One, I feel like things have gone weird.
Things have gotten
Things
wacky.
are very,
Things
very
have gotten
well, there's no one here to
Mm-hmm.
keep us in check. There's no one kind of peeking their head in going, what the heck was that about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's just gone. Everybody's leaving.
Yeah, before even when you weren't physically in the studio, we knew that you were sitting mere feet away.
That's right.
Perhaps clacking your fingers and perhaps judging in a...
Even if you weren't listening online, you could hear us.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a check and balance to that, a natural kind of order of things. But since you've emigrated to the other side of the building,
I keep emigrating, and every time I do, something goes wrong.
BBC just up in flames since you left.
That's right.
Brexit. The moment I left the country.
Yeah.
The moment I left the country, we all voted to be racist, and suddenly there's a thing going on.
I hear it's working out really well. Oh, very
democratic racism.
No.
It's the best kind.
Maybe Alberta will do it next. Mornings at the Cabin, also brought to you by Knack as well. Four Seasons coming up. We'll talk about that at 8 o'clock. We get some special guests for that. Right now, we want to talk to you about salad dressing. Ooh, and fish sauce. Ooh! You know what? You love it. You pour it in your coffee. Bullock's Bistro has been selling their salad dressing at the Co-op and around town since, I think, May. They've sold 7,000 bottles. We all know and love this stuff. If you've been to Bullock's, it's the stuff the salad dressing is obviously the stuff they put on their salad, and it just tastes like teriyaki sauce. It's amazing.
Have you tried that in your coffee yet?
Not in my coffee.
Get it in your coffee
drink,
buddy. Yeah, that's right. This is how we live in the
No,
north.
I put the fish sauce in the coffee.
That's right.
Yeah, not the
the
salad
fish
dressing.
sauce is so
What
good.
What kind of monster do you think I am?
You put it on anything. Literally. Anything.
Why? They just didn't call it sauce. Who
That's
knows?
right. I don't know why.
Why
Just
Why
sauce.
be specific?
Put it all in one bowl, and there you go. But a big story. Now, CBC had this story about how they are just... Yeah, no, we didn't have it. But
You just call it a big story.
well, it's a big story. I mean, it's a local business doing very, very well.
Local restaurant sells some fish sauce. considers selling
7,000
more.
bottles. 7,000 bottles
all right,
since May. That's pretty crazy.
You know what? It's good to encourage.
That's right.
No, it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. Oh, just grumpy.
Yeah, it's okay. Cabin
were you hot on the heels and just missed that one?
Yeah, well, that shit, I had 5 reporters on that for a week.
Yeah,
we couldn't break them down.
Couldn't get it.
Yeah,
Every time Joanne Martin would go to Bullocks, I had them doorstepping her. Joanne, some comment for Cabin Radio. Are you going to open a processing plant for salad dressing, Joanne?
That's
Joanne.
apparently the case.
I don't know why
Joanne
she
Martin
wanted to
had
talk
no
to you.
comment earlier on today when approached by Cabin Radio reporters.
They're going to start with 3 to 6 staff. Okay, it's one of the there's 2 businesses that are growing exponentially in this town. The Woodyard, the brew company, and Bullock's Bistro creating sauce. They're going to hire 3 to 6 staff.
The Woodyard, by the way, they're in my bad books as well.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
Please don't say that.
The morning airing of grievances.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Where's the poll?
All right.
Every single beer in that place has got the word cabin in it now, except there's not one for us yet.
Yeah, I know. They haven't made a cabin
There's a
one
cabin
yet.
snacks, there's a cabin fever.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, closer, come on. What are we going to get? And then it's like, oh, that was a humbug sour. That's not what that's called.
Humbug Cabin. Well, for the longest time, everything was called Aurora. Now everything's just going to be called Cabin.
Yeah.
Right? So new tour operators are going to be like the Cabin Tours.
Well, we're just going to have to rebrand.
I mean, it's going to have...
guess.
Well, it's a radio station. We'll have to rebrand at some point anyway.
Aurora FM.
Fish Sauce FM.
Fish Sauce
Fish
FM.
Sauce
The
FM.
Lights FM.
Beer FM.
Yeah, take that,
we'd
would
be
you?
on it. Beer radio. Oh, my God. People would tune in just for the name. They think they're going to be able to put out 6,000 bottles a day. Now, 7,000 bottles since May to 6,000 bottles a day. Obviously, they're looking to expand. But, I mean, that's a ton of sauce. They can't keep it on the shelves. It's so delicious.
Probably is a literal ton of sauce, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, probably 6,000 bottles a day at 475 milliliters per bottle. Volume-wise, it's about half a liter, so 6,000 bottles. 3,000
we're going to do the math on this. Okay.
3,000 liters is... So what's 3,000 liters volume? Anything?
The
weight of 3,000 liters of liquid? Not just water. I mean, there's other stuff in there, too.
No.
Oh, come on.
Are some liquids heavier than others? They are, aren't they?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So how are you supposed to... Unless I know how heavy the sauce is.
Oh, it's pretty heavy.
Oh, you don't have any
it's
sauce
pretty
with
heavy.
you?
Yeah.
This is how
We invited
it's
you to talk about sauce, and you didn't bring a bottle with you so we could read the ingredients? And no? Okay, fair enough. So Cabin Radio has that story for you. Just look at cbc.ca/news/North Bullocks, and you'll find that story there.
Listen, buddy, you and I
No,
gotta fall out.
not at all. Not at all. I'm not taking the piss at all. It's I mean they
Cabin Radio has that story for you at cbc.ca. I'm not taking the piss.
I'm sorry. Okay, I am taking the piss a little bit. But I mean, very cool. Obviously, we had Joanne involved with the best terrible date stories.
Yeah.
Bullocks is wonderful. I have to go. I haven't been there in so long. I have to go for dinner.
You do have to go because this is the best time ever to go to Bullocks because there are no tourists.
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
right.
local
That's
hangout.
True. Yeah.
Which, I mean, and I don't begrudge that for a second. It's great that it's this amazing tourist destination, right? That's a fantastic thing.
But it's always packed.
But it's always packed.
Yeah.
And it also means that you can't really treat it as like a local,
Yeah.
hey, why don't we just hang out at Bullocks tonight?
Yeah.
Because you have no idea if you're going to get in.
Yeah.
If you do get in, like the odds of getting like a table for 12 so that you and your friends can go hang out at Bullocks
That's true.
is virtually zero.
Yeah. Well, there's
Right.
only one of those in Bullocks anyway.
Right, there is
That's
that
right.
table,
Yeah.
right? And like the odds of being
And
able
it's
to
really
get
for
that
6.
table.
Yeah.
In the last few months, I have twice been able to get that table
Yeah.
and like have like friends and just hang out at Bullocks and have this lovely evening that you can't do normally because it's so full of everyone else enjoying it.
So twice in the past couple months, you've gone there with 12 people?
I have gone there with several people.
Huh.
Whatever the COVID limit is in that building, I have gone there with one few.
Oh, I wasn't talking about the limit. I was talking about my invite being lost in the email. Yeah. We're not friends outside of work. It's fine. I have
You
a bottle
totally
myself.
threw me under the bus yesterday, by the way.
How
We'll get
so?
into that off the
How
air.
did I do?
Oh,
No. We'll
let's come
discuss
back
that
to
in a
that.
second.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, boy.
I think it was Lecter.
Awkward Scott's coming out.
Bus. Hey, look, a bus. I have a bottle of the sauce at home. I put it on my rice. I put it on my cereal. It's delicious. I can't wait to try more. And I need to get down to Bullocks. You're absolutely right. Place to hang out now because of no tourists.
Well, why don't we go to Bullocks this weekend or something like that? Oh, wait, no, we're doing another thing.
We
We'll
have
figure it out.
we have some kind of thing about an anniversary or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was getting in the way.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations to Bullocks. That's pretty amazing that they're going to be pumping out all this sauce and creating a processing plant. Like when everything else seems to be shrinking, they are expanding.
All right,
Which is
let's
very
go to the news. I want to hear how you threw Ollie under the bus.
Absolutely.
I'm dying to hear
Happy
that.
Monday.
That's the top
Kinky
story, isn't it,
Afro
actually?
Before the news with Ollie.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
Wheeler and Lecter and Ollie sticking around this morning. Mornings at the Cabin brought to you by Aurora Ford Driving the North, and also Knack. We have a couple special guests coming in to talk about their latest show, The Four Seasons, at around 8 o'clock. But first, I don't know if you noticed over the summer with Great Slave Lake lapping at your doorstep, but the water levels were a little high, and it's been confirmed that they're the highest since monitoring began in the 1930s, which is pretty incredible.
Listen to this guy trying to distract you from the bus throw.
What bus throw?
You know which
trying to
bus
distract
throw.
you
Okay,
with
so-
weather records.
All right, now
knows.
it's time for another segment of bringing the off mic onto the on mic. Which bus throw are we talking about? The invite to the party, or
Yeah, but that, we've covered it.
okay, we've covered it. Yeah, for everyone who wasn't here while we were talking off air, it's been covered.
It's been dealt with.
So
I don't like airing my dirty laundry in public.
Oh, come on.
yeah, for goodness sakes,
That's what
clean that
Mornings at
laundry.
the Cabin is for.
So Emily Blake has this story for you on cabinradio.ca through CBC. No, just to
All right,
cabinradio.ca.
all right, yeah. All right.
I
Don't
won't
make
do
me
it.
come over there.
I'm not. I'm kidding. We have the best newsroom in the entire country, as far as I'm concerned. New research confirms that Great Slave Lake's water levels during the summer and fall of 2020 were the highest since the 1930s when monitoring began. What does this mean, Ollie?
It means it was really wet.
Really wet. I mean, but it made for such a wonderful new swimming spot down at the government docks. Now,
Well, yeah, and
the government docks have been cleaned since I was a kid, because back when I was a kid, we did go swimming there, but you had to watch out for, barrels and glass and all kinds of stuff. I feel like it's been cleaned since then, because people were using that as like, let's take the kids down to the government dock and swim in a place that when I was a kid was not the best place to swim.
Well, I picture like the old Donkey Kong video game where
Yeah.
you're just having barrels thrown at you.
Oh, yeah,
rolling
absolutely.
by, jumping over them into the
it would
water.
Just roll off Jolliffe Island onto your head. Ah! No, but I mean, there used to be a lot more kind of garbage down there. Like you would jump off of a houseboat and you'd put your foot through a rusted barrel and be like, well, that's not safe.
Ow.
Ow, my foot. It's all scratched up.
If only this water level was higher.
I hope
I wouldn't have hit that barrel.
Hope I have my tetanus shot. Oh, my goodness. But I mean, obviously, they were super high across the entire north. I remember also as a kid going down the lake, going down the big lake, and you could see where the water levels were before and where they'd gone to. They were super high and made for some interesting things like the government dock.
A little bit of sass on the Facebook page over this story.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah.
Comment section?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah. Just a couple comments with the
Water levels weren't that high. Don't be such a baby. When I was a kid, blah, blah, blah.
surprisingly not that.
Oh, okay.
No, when I was Yellowknifer, no. It was more, oh, really? I hadn't noticed the water levels were higher.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Dave.
This always kills me.
I mean,
we're not saying that you should be surprised by this.
Right? Yeah. How's this news? We were all here during the summer. But I mean, he did share an interesting picture, like of his, maybe it's
the
his
picture's
dog.
pretty
It's like,
cool,
it's
actually,
like 3 or 4 feet extra of water.
Yeah. It looks like it now, in 2020, it looked like how that dock was supposed to look.
Yeah. On the water. But some great experience.
The interesting thing about this, for me, this is all based on this new report. So the GNWT had a team of hydrologists look at this and just try and figure out exactly where all this came from, blah, blah, blah. So we had really heavy rainfall leading up to this, like the heaviest in at least 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big contributor to this.
Huge.
They wanted to look at what role the dams played in it. Things like the Bennett Dam on the Peace River is a lot of concern about what role do the dams that are upstream of the Northwest Territories play in our water system. If anything, this team of hydrologists concluded that the dam probably helped the situation because it held back some of the water, so it could have been even higher otherwise.
Wow.
Okay.
And
Thank you, beavers.
and the end of this, well, arguably you could say that maybe the beavers were slacking off, and actually, no thank you, beavers.
Oh.
If the beavers had done a better job upstream, maybe we wouldn't have had this issue.
Nuts
No.
to the beavers.
Yeah,
Nuts,
it's
no.
Alberta's beavers just dropping a ball. But the end of this report is the most important part, I think, for a lot of us is this going to change? Like, what are we going to see this year? and they do the usual like scientific fudging of, well, we don't really know because that's the future, anything could happen. You're like, yes, we didn't hire you for that. like we could have told you that. We understand that you can't time travel.
We're hydrologists, Ollie. Okay, it's a glamorous job, but we're not psychics.
So the conclusion is that from their initial research, the water levels are unlikely to return to normal for some time.
Good.
So I would not anticipate it being significantly lower, if at all lower, this summer.
That makes sense. I mean, it takes that long to kind of pop up. And I mean, like, it was something about, I remember hearing something about the water table just kind of increases until it just kind of goes and just flows out, right? So that maybe, a lot of precipitation kind of fills that up, fills the cup, it overflows, there it goes. It's going to take a while to get back to normal.
How delightfully vague is the term sometime?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
We'll go back to normal for some time.
Later on this summer, probably, Yeah.
They're just hydrologists. They don't have time travel.
Yeah, that's right.
They get very angry every time I suggest that they have time travel.
They're the rock stars of the ologies. So I mean, they don't have time to make predictions.
No, that's
right.
That's fair.
That's right. So
paleontologists everywhere are like, excuse me.
Paleontologists don't have private jets. Hydrologists are all over the world on their G5s. That's how it goes. It's a glamorous lifestyle. Thank you to the hydrologists for giving us that information. We all know that the water levels were high.
Because we hadn't noticed it.
I don't have to be a hydrologist to know that the water levels are high. Highest I've ever seen.
And that's how we ended up commandeering a hydrologist private jet.
And we're gonna do a traffic report from it. It's gonna be great. Yeah.
We're gonna do a high water level report.
Yeah, that's
We're just
right.
gonna fly over Great Slave Lake.
All over Great Slave Lake. Looks
Stream.
pretty high. Very cool. Have that. I mean, it is very cool. It's an interesting thing to happen while, you're alive. So that's good. Go to kevinradio.ca. Emily Blake has that story for you. And maybe look out on the lake come summertime and you'll see the water levels are high too.
Cabin Radio's Morning Show podcast. All the best chat, none of the embarrassing mistakes.
Mornings at the Cabin brought to you by Aurora Ford, driving the north. Also brought to you by The Knack and the Four Seasons, a Northern Reflection, a new borderless art movement, show. BAM. I don't know why I try to say the whole name. It's just BAM. Just BAM. Everybody knows BAM. It's their 10th anniversary performance, a very special performance. They always put on something so incredible every time they get on stage. And we got Joe Pamplin. Lecter, you know what? Just let me for a second. Joe Pamplin.
You got BAM on your brain.
I got BAM on the brain.
Joe
Pamplin. and Maureen Williams joining us to talk about the show, which is coming up on the 5th and the 6th. And you can get tickets at the NACNT or NACNT.ca right now. Aside from me stumbling that entire thing, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
You got us all amped up. We've been talking for 5 minutes and having a good laugh about everything that's going on, and now I'm just tripping over my words. But thank you for joining us. Big performance coming up this week. It's called The Four Seasons, a Northern Reflection. And it has to do with Four Seasons by Vivaldi. And if you guys don't remember what that sounds like, just another little thing right here. There we go. That's part of the Four Seasons right there. I think we all recognize that music. Oh, that's super nice. That's really nice. So, Joe, tell us a little bit about the Four Seasons, a Northern Reflection, and we'll talk about the show first, but then we'll talk about organizing the show and all the things it took to get it back on stage. Tell us about Four Seasons, a Northern Reflection.
Okay, so when we started planning this well over a year ago, we had no idea that it was going to be as relevant today as it is. So Four Seasons, a Northern Reflection. It's BAM is a group of artists and instrumental orchestra, and we always bring in some kind of storytelling. And so this year we've brought in the pandemic poets.
Yes.
And so the orchestra is playing the Four Seasons. It's a suite of 4 violin concerti by Vivaldi, and so each concerto has 3 movements. So we have basically 12 months.
Yes.
And it takes us through a musical interpretation of the seasons. Maybe not the seasons as we see them in the north. So the artists
we have 2 here.
They all have equal representation.
I think we have 4, but
we're starting to get 4 now.
Is 9 months long, and
then
we have a month for the
right. That's right. Spring is 2 weeks. Fall is a week. Yeah. That's right.
Right?
Yeah. Very short pieces of music.
Very short.
2 bars, and you're on to the next.
Yeah, that's right.
So the the artists are going to, provide a visual interpretation, live painting as they paint.
Amazing.
And the pandemic poets have written an introductory poem for each season. And that is our reflection of what it's like to live in the North. And there's, we've got some photos that have been contributed by members of the orchestra. That'll be another visual.
Who are the pandemic poets? Or can you tell us? Is it a surprise?
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
Oh, very good. Very good. I like this a lot. Very nice. Now, we have Maureen here as well. Fluter extraordinaire, it says in my notes. I'm not sure that's the proper terminology. I'm pretty sure it's flautists. But getting into the whole organization of it and what you have to do to make this possible, Maureen, you're going to be in a box. Because flutists are notoriously dirty and spit everywhere.
Flutists are moist.
We stir up the air. That's what Joe's research has
They're
found.
moisteners. Yeah, dirty moisteners. So tell us a little bit about that experience. That's got to be, you're obviously very separate from everybody else. Everybody in the orchestra is going to be 6 feet apart anyway.
Yes.
But you are in your own little box.
Kind of surrounded by clear shower curtains. And this is due to another one of Joe's genius quirkiness things that she designed these sort of, imagine a shower curtain all around you that protects everyone around you from all the air you're stirring up apparently. But you know what we found? The next thing Joe goes and does is searches the internet, scours it everywhere, and finds that there are actually sort of masks. Think of a welder's mask that you can kind of along those lines where you can play your flute behind this mask.
Of course.
But it's not much fun, and it really muffles your sound, so we're all looking forward to getting back in our boxes without wearing the darn mask. And Joe is enjoying this. I'll just go down on record. She's enjoying this way too much. Yeah. For years, she's wanted to put this fluter in a box. So she's finally got her way.
Very cool. So you're wearing the big, like the mask we're seeing on nurses and some teachers as well. They wear the big full face shield.
Yes. It's quite, and then you see the bells of the big brass instruments. They're covered with a sock as well. Like any kind of opening that air can move through has got a seal on it.
Is it changing your sound at all? Like, is there an adjustment to be made there? Or?
I think not so much with the non-flute winds.
Non-flute they exist?
And the brass.
Oh, yes, those people. Those people, yeah.
I can see why she wanted to put me in a box.
Yeah, that's right. But this is very cool. So you're not going to have everyone in a plexiglass case or anything like that?
No. So everybody except for the dirty fluters, they can. We have instrumental masks that have a slit. And it's actually like a fold over, so your instrument slides up. And then
that makes sense.
You put a bell under it, and mine actually has another little layer that comes just below my nose. Yeah. So, my nose air doesn't get out.
There you go. That's right. It just interferes.
And then there's been a whole bunch of research done by University of Colorado and big aerosol study. And apparently you don't really lose aerosols through your keyholes. Yeah. So it just is out the bell and out your mouth. So get those two places covered, we're fine. But we can't do that with flutes.
No. Right. Again. It's like a sprinkler system on a lawn. It's just everywhere.
It's everywhere. You just can't imagine.
And if you've seen Maureen perform, she gets up, she spins, she's dancing.
Oh, yeah.
She
uses the whole space.
That's the whole space. A jazz flute. Well, that's very cool because the whole thing to trying to get this organized is like, you can have bands, but they have to be behind plexiglass and all this other stuff. But if you figured out a way to get those instruments and play them without doing that, that's incredible. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, here.
Absolutely. So
I'm just happy people did research and I didn't have to.
There you go. That's the great thing. Sometimes we need to leave the research of those things to other folks.
Right?
But that's incredible. So it's a 10th anniversary performance. BAM's been going on for quite some time. Tell us a little bit about this. 10th anniversary. What does it mean to you?
I can't believe we've been going for 10 years. It's amazing. We started out kind of as a collaboration between Classics on Stage, Yellowknife, and Aurora Art Society. And we partnered up with Peter and the Wolf, and then we decided we all really liked it. Yeah. And since then, we've done some gigs over at Folk on the Rocks. We've done the Planets. We've done New World Symphony. We've done a bunch of Handel. We've done, last year we did Williams music.
Yes.
All the stuff from the movies. I got to conduct in a T-Rex outfit.
That's amazing. Yeah. Awesome. So, yeah, I mean, and so how many performances has it been? Like,
oh goodness, how many performances? Well, I think we might have skipped 1 year in
Oh, yeah.
there, but a couple of years we had more than one performance. I mean, you've been in one.
I've been in one.
Yeah,
That's
so-
right. That's where I found out about the licking part.
Yeah, right.
Big tradition at BAM. Can't do it anymore. So they wish everybody good luck, break a leg, and then everybody licks each other's faces.
Back in your day.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
But don't you feel so welcome?
I do. Strange ritual. Oh, that's awesome. Forgive me if I thought, I'm not sure if the live painting's been a part of it the whole time. Has it been a part of it the whole time?
It has. That was, it was the artists who really enjoyed
It's amazing.
doing live interpretation, visual interpretation of
Yeah.
music. And so for them, it's really fun. I mean, it's fun for
Absolutely.
us too.
It's fun to
And,
watch as well.
yeah, I know when I'm conducting, I'll be looking at the score, conducting, look up and it's like, ooh,
Whoa. Yeah, where'd that come from? Yeah.
where'd that come from?
Oh, wait. Where were we?
we're finishing off
Stop
autumn.
looking,
Okay.
concentrate on the music. And
Yeah,
then look up again,
absolutely.
it's like, whoa.
It's pretty cool. I mean, if any of you guys haven't been out to a band performance, I mean, this is a great opportunity to do so. NACNT.ca for tickets. March 5th, which is Friday, 7:30, and then you got a matinee on the 6th.
No, we have evening performance.
Do you have an evening performance as well? I'm just looking at the NAC page right now. So 7:30 on March 5th, March 6th, 12:30. Is there an evening performance on Saturday as well?
I guess we need to fix that.
So there is 7:30 on Saturday as well, or
No.
no?
I thought it
Oh.
did shift. At one point, there was an afternoon show
Okay.
on Saturday, but now I believe it's both evenings.
Both
7:30
evenings.
p.m.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's where
All
I
right.
think
The
it
NAC
went. I'm
needs to update. That's
close to
fine.
that.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Call the knack box.
That's right. Let's you know what?
That's
Let's
the
call
best
them right
way to
now.
go.
Let's get them on Skype.
They won't like us calling them this early. These are artists.
No,
after
yeah,
all.
that's right. No one is up this early. Oh, the artist's life. What's it say there? Okay, we're looking at the poster right now. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Oh, it says on the poster, it says 5th and 6th, 7:30.
Yay.
Yeah, but so if you go to NACNT, it will say 12:30, but on the March 6th for the buy the tickets, but it does mean 7:30. So evening performances both Friday and Saturday. There you go. It's okay. We'll let everybody know again before
We got it.
Yeah, we got it. We got this going on. So Four Seasons. I mean, it's very recognizable music, and I mean the orchestra is going to do a fantastic job, flutes included. It's going to
And
be
we
a
will
crazy
protect
job.
everybody from their nastiness.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. She's going to be behind shower curtains. Everybody's going to be fine. There's not going to be a splash zone as there usually is with the flutes. Joe, Maureen, thank you so much for coming in to talk about the show. We'll give it another pump here before we go and let everybody know over the next couple of days that it's 7:30 on both nights, and you can go to nacnt.ca to buy tickets and find out all about BAM as well. Is there you have a website that people can go to find out about
We're
past
on
BAM?
Facebook.
You're on Facebook.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because we're that cool.
Yeah, you are cool. Very, very with it on the Facebook. You'll have to get on Instagram next. I hear that's what all the kids are doing.
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been that cool.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. I feel like there's some TikTok stuff you
Yeah.
guys could do, maybe with the flautists.
Oh, yeah.
This is what fluters do.
Yeah. There
Hey,
you go.
TikTok, it sounds like a metronome.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming in. That was a lot of fun. Four Seasons, A Northern Reflection, this Friday and Saturday at the NAC, 7:30 both nights. Ignore what it says on the NAC website. I'm sure they'll change it this afternoon because I feel like Joe's going to call them immediately after she leaves. But it's 7:30 on March 5th and 6th. Get your tickets now. It's going to be a great show, and if you haven't seen one, you're in for a real treat. Thank you again for joining us.
All
Well,
right.
thank you.
All right.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
I want to thank Joe and Maureen for coming in to talk about BAM's performance of the Four Seasons, A Northern Reflection, coming up this weekend at the NAC, March 5th and 6th, both at 7:30. If you go to nacnt.ca right now, it does say 12:30 for March 6th, but it is 7:30. Just a little typo there. Just want to clarify that for you guys. You can buy tickets at nacnt.ca as always. And if you haven't seen a BAM performance, you're in for a real treat. And they'll be performing it all to Vivaldi's Four Seasons. Wonderful music. And the Pandemic Poets, who are a secret. And that's fine, too. I can imagine. who they might be.
Who do you imagine?
I'm not going to say.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's a secret, too.
That's right.
Keeping
the
your
secret
thoughts
who I imagine.
a secret.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I don't want the thought police out there getting me.
That's fair.
You know?
They're sniffing around.
Apparently. All right, we got Walk to Tuck winners to announce.
Yeah, we missed weekly winners last week.
Oh, we did? Well, I took Wednesday off, and everything just went to hell.
Everything went to hell.
Fair enough.
This is what you do to us.
Yeah, fair enough. That's good.
You send us straight down. Weekly winners for the second last week, and we'll have the final wieners.
Final wieners. Hot down. We have a wiener.
For Walk to Tuck next week here on Mornings at the Cabin.
Very
the last weekly winners for the company category was Dolores of Team Home Care Hot Shots out of Yellowknife. They won shoe ice grips, reflective armbands, and hand warmers. The community category, Wanda of Delaney W2T from Delaney won art cards, buff, and lip balm. And in the school category, Derek was the winner out of Team CSEC Wolves out of Catlodice, and they won a book. And now, do you know what this is? It looks like an opinel knife.
Opinel?
O-P-I-N-E-L?
Opinel.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay. So you don't know. All right.
No, I don't.
A knife of some sort.
Opinel.
Opinel.
It's a knife. Yeah, it's a
Yes,
it's a
I
knife.
got that much. Thank you.
No, but I mean, it's the French Alps, the Opinel knife, pocket knives, draw simplicity.
It's just a kind of pocket knife.
It's a company, apparently.
Okay.
Well, there is a company called Opinel that makes knives.
Okay.
And they've manufactured and marketed a line of eponymous wooden-handled knives since 1890.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I guess they're sponsoring this Walk to Tuck team.
Sounds like a nice knife.
Very nice.
And Three Feathers DVD. So there are your weekly winners for the, I guess, the last week of Walk to Tuck. And we'll have the final grand prize winners next week for
Very nice. Our team has almost made it to a Nuvik. So that's not Tuck.
No, we made it.
Fun. Did we make it?
We made it.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
And we made it 4% of the way back.
All right. Well, I'll add some hours this week, and we'll make it slightly further.
Well, it's over.
Oh, is it over?
It's over, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Can I still add hours?
No.
What?
No.
So the hours I added for 3 weeks ago are good. But now for the past 2 weeks, I can't add any more hours?
That's correct. Well, you are exercising for nothing.
Oh, well, that's always the case.
Big old waste of time.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Sorry.
What are you going to do? When World War III hits, it'll all be for nothing anyway. That's terrible. Not a great way to end the show. But
I don't even know what you said, but why would you say that?
I don't know. Thank you to all the participants who participated in the Walk to Tuck. I imagine we're going to have a record high kilometers walked this year since there were so many more teams. You think?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. More teams, but that doesn't mean that we walked further.
Maybe there was a couple of cold snaps.
Maybe we just relied on each other more. We just kind of looked, to the teammate beside you and be like, "Well, go ahead."
What have I told you about
get walking?
But I mean, last year or 2 years ago, there's a team that walked there and back and halfway back again.
Oh, I know.
Ugh.
Right?
Come Fudging their hours. We know you're lying. It's fine. It's okay. Walk to Tuck down for another year, but we'll announce the grand prize winners next week. If you participated, great. If you didn't, also not bad. It's fine. That's going to do it for Mornings at the Cabin this morning. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. It's only minus 21 out there. Get your shorts on and slide around in the snow. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.